You are standing in the middle of the city. The traffic lights are not working. The shops are empty. The bank cards are not working, as is the entire internet. The phone is a brick. There are screams, gunshots, sirens outside the window. Everything you are used to is gone. Welcome to the city after the disaster. And if you want to survive, remember, no one will come to help here. Only you and your decisions. The first 24 hours, don't panic. You open your eyes, but instead of the usual noise of the city, there is an alarming silence. The elevator is not working. The taps are dry, the mobile network is dead. It is in these first 24 hours that most people die. Why? Panic, people run out into the street without a plan, get caught in collapses, become victims of looters or their own confusion. Your main task is not to move until you understand what is happening. Stop. Take 3 breaths. Focus on one thing, assessing the threats. Fire? Do you smell burning? Is the floor shaking? Do you hear screams? Flooding. Check for leaks, especially below looters. Look out through the peephole. Listen to the floors. Do not turn on the light now. The question, should you leave the apartment? Answer, no. Unless there is an immediate threat. You have walls, a roof, and a door. That's more than half the city has. Even if you're on the top floor, it's a temporary shelter. Assess your supplies. Is there water, food, a first aid kit? Are your flashlights, power banks, and batteries charged? Set your first goal, to live the next 24 hours calmly and consciously. Panic is death. Decisions are a chance. Subscribe while you have a connection. You don't know when the lights will go out, when the stores, water, and internet will disappear, when the city will turn into a trap. But if that happens, you won't be on TikTok, you won't be on Instagram, you will survive. This channel has videos that save lives. Instructions for any disaster videos you won't forget. Subscribe. Today is just a video. Tomorrow is a rescue instruction. Where to find water and food in the city? You survived the first day, but your body is already starting to fight the new reality. Without water, a person dies in 3 days, and in a destroyed city, every drop is worth its weight in gold. Where to look for water? Forget about taps. They are already empty. Look for buildings with reservoirs, schools and kindergartens. They often have autonomous reserves, offices, coolers, bottled water in meeting rooms, auto repair shops, and service stations. You don't need windshield washer fluid, but they may have drinking water for employees. Found water is not always safe if it is cloudy, green, or smelly. Do not drink it right away. Use cloth, charcoal, sand. Do at least a rough filtration. Boil, if possible. Solar distiller, a simple way to purify even dirty water in a day. Now food. You are hungry, but hunger is not a reason to lose your mind. Where to look for food? School cafeterias, canned goods, crackers, cereals, office kitchens, instant noodles, cookies. Pharmacies, nutritional formulas, glucose, dietary supplements with calories, storage areas. There may be food for staff. What is important to look for? Canned goods, crackers, nuts, energy bars. Honey does not spoil for years. But if everything is empty, turn on the street tracker. Wild plants, nettle, plantain, dandelion. They are edible when cooked. Cat or dog food, unpleasant but nutritious. Edible packaging, wafer wrappers, lollipops stuck in vending machines. The main rule, don't eat if in doubt. One wrong bite can cost you your life. save energy. It is more rational not to eat it all than poison yourself. Safety. How to avoid becoming a victim. You found water and food, but there are not only survivors left in the city, there are hungry, scared, embittered ones. And if you don't want to become prey, it's time to think about protection. Homemade locks and barricades. Close the doors with furniture, a refrigerator, any heavy structure. Use wire, ropes, even belts to fix the handles. Stretch a thread with noisy objects at the entrance. This will give you a head start. The task is not to build a fortress, but to gain time, conceal your presence. Don't turn on the light, even with a candle, especially at night. No noise, no music. The smell of food is a signal that can be felt tens of meters away. If you heat food, do it early in the morning while most people are still asleep. Dangerous areas. Beware of places where broken shop windows, traces of blood, burnt cars, graffiti with aggressive symbols. These are signs that dangerous people have been or live here. Such areas are a trap. How to protect yourself without a weapon. You have everything at hand. Sticks, hammers, scissors, pepper spray from a car or women's bags, a can of deodorant and a lighter, an improvised flamethrower. But the main thing is to avoid direct conflict, other people, a threat, or an opportunity. Try to stay alone. But if you meet someone, don't trust their word. Look into their eyes, listen to their voice, ask a simple question that only a local can answer. If a person is lying, leave. If they are honest, perhaps you have a chance to not be alone. It is not the strongest who survives in the city, but the most attentive, the most silent, the most cautious. When is it worth leaving the city? The city no longer gives you a chance. Supplies are running low. Noisy groups are getting closer. Not a single siren is howling. Not a single helicopter is flying. Help is not coming, Shanes, that you can't wait any longer. More than a week has passed, and no sign of rescuers. No radio, no signal, no shots of rescue. The water has finally run out. Food, for one day. Armed groups have appeared on the streets, and they are not looking for survivors. They are hunting. This means it's time to leave. How to choose a route. Don't go along the main roads. There may be checkpoints or ambushes. Study the map in advance. If you saved it, move along railroad tracks, rivers, or power lines. They lead out of the city and often to people. What to take with you. Water and its filtration means even a rag and a bottle. High-calorie food, nuts, chocolate, canned food, multi-tool, knife, rope, first aid kit, bandages, disinfectant, painkillers, a note with personal data in case you are found, maximum 8 kilograms. Everything else is a burden. How to avoid checkpoints and aggressors. Don't wear camouflage. You immediately look like a threat. Clothing. Gray, inconspicuous, without signs if you see people. Don't make contact first. Their behavior, noise, aggression, weapons. This is a red flag. If you are stopped, don't resist. The main thing is to get away alive. Why is it important to walk at night? At night, there is less chance of getting caught. Darkness is your shield, but only if you are ready. Quiet gait, black clothes, the moon behind you. One wrong step, and you become a target. But the right route at night is the road to freedom. When the city turns into a trap, to leave means to survive. Motivation. Who survives and who doesn't? Staying alive is not only about food, water, and shelter. It is about what is happening inside you. Because when there is chaos around, your strength is not in your hands, but in your head. Psychology is more important than strength. The strongest were the first to break because they counted on strength, not flexibility. Those who accepted the situation survived. Those who did not expect a miracle but moved, even when it was scary stories of survivors. Mariupol. The woman lived in a basement with 3 children. 47 days without electricity and gas, she said. I got up in the morning and told myself, just to survive until the evening. New Orleans, Hurricane Katrina. An elderly man saved his family by pulling them out through the roof. He was not strong, but he did not give up. Aleppo. A child survived under the rubble. He counted the days by the raindrops that fell through a crack in the wall and waited until they found him. The day-by-day strategy. Don't think about the week ahead. Don't make plans for later. Focus on one goal a day. Find water. Move to a new place. Fix the filter. Small victories are what will keep you afloat. The most dangerous thing is not hunger, but loneliness. When you're alone, the silence begins to speak. It whispers, surrender, don't listen. Write a journal, speak out loud, sing songs, remember the names of your loved ones. Give yourself a reason to hold on. You don't have to be a hero. You don't owe anyone anything except one thing: survive at any cost. You survived because you knew what to do, because you didn't give in to fear, because you didn't wait for a miracle. You became that miracle yourself. The city doesn't forgive mistakes. But if you've reached this point, it means you have everything to go through, even hell. It doesn't matter if you're the only one left or if there's someone else next to you. Remember, every step brings you closer to freedom. And if the Hour X comes, already be ready. Subscribe if you want to know more, because the next scenario may one day save your life.